Welcome to episode 59 of the Sweet Nature Cruisecast. Hi, I'm Linz. As always, I'm joined by Marky.
Hello.
Hello, and today we're talking about whether your pre-cruise hotel should be budget or blowout. But first, a little mood music.
It's not about missing out. It's not about holding back. No, it's better that el tiempo no es mirar atrás. Savoring the morning so you still want the night. Manteniendo el paso exactly right.
You've got to look up puzzlement.
I don't understand.
The song.
Yeah,
You'll have to hear the end of it.
oh well.
I put a little bit of sort of Spanish into it because at the time of recording, we're about to go to Spain,
We're about to stay in a pre-cruise hotel.
which that's a very good link into the show.
It is a very good link into the show, and that's what we're talking about, because we've had this was a bit of a argument for us in respect of after the hotel we stayed at in the motorway lay-by.
You mean when we got on Ambassador at Bristol?
Yes, and we stayed in a motorway lay-by hotel. I was like, is this what we do now? Do we stay in a hotel
That's practical.
you say practical?
Was it close to the port?
It was very close to the port.
Was it cheap?
It was very, very, very reasonable.
Practical.
But did it bring anything?
Did it bring any joy or memories?
Did it bring any joy? Did
Well,
it make us feel that we were on? Did it extend the length of our holiday?
And that's what we're going to be talking about.
Vacation, yeah.
And
Because we've done both.
yeah, and we'll come back to that. But can I just start off by saying welcome back?
Oh, thank you.
Because you weren't here for the last episode.
I wasn't here for the last episode.
To
No,
be fair, technically, I wasn't on screen for the last
no.
episode.
So welcome back to you
Late Night
too.
Lindsay booted me off screen. I
Yeah.
became her wine pourer and letter taker. So welcome back.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And I like your sparkly freckles.
Yeah, now I'm actually testing these for Late Night Lindsay because I'm going on Virgin and she's going on Virgin, and these are
Little tattooed freckles.
they're not.
Transfers.
I'm going to say they're not
Yeah, they're not
tattoos,
real.
else I'm having a major issue right now. No, the little
Little transfers.
stickers that you put on that look for your freckles.
Well, I said to you when you'd spotted them,
Mm,
they were like the transfers we got when you were a kid that you put a little tattoo on and wet them on the back with a sponge
yeah,
and then put them on.
yeah,
And then when it came through, how did you put them on?
with a wet cloth.
You stick them on. They were exactly the same, weren't they? But it's actually really cute.
I think it's more nighttime cute than daytime cute when I look at them.
Yeah.
I
But
look like
can I strongly advise that when we're on the ship, either you put them on for Late Night Lindsay
yeah.
or ask Late Night Lindsay for me to put them on, because I feel it could be a disaster her putting them on.
Oh, the bill lengthways.
Yeah, they would.
It's just like
Across your head. So
and my chin.
I may assist with you,
Yes, thank you.
but it's just
Thank you.
fine.
I might just put them on before we go out, to be honest with you.
You could do. I think they'll stay on for the night.
I think they'll stay on for the night.
Or the cruise. They
Oh,
might
for
just
the
be your
summer.
new thing.
This is what I have now.
But shall we get back onto the
Till
topic?
we
have
find out they're
also
not
got-
temporary.
Yeah, the permanent. We didn't read anything that said temporary. We just assumed it to
Oh no, it's
Um,
made me think of Phoenix Nights.
be. With the Tiger transfer. Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh no.
So we've no cruise confession today
Nope.
because we had them last week and we've got to save them up. The fancy ones. They'll be back at some
The
point in the
fancy
next
ones.
couple of ones.
The fancy ones.
I'm just being polite on them. They'll be back later in the year. And the regular ones will come back in a couple of ones. But we have got a couple of new stories as well to come over.
Okay.
But let's get back onto this because
Yes, this.
as you rightly started out, the pre-cruise
Mm,
stay
yeah.
is a staple for most people if you don't live very close to the port,
Yes.
whichever country you're in.
Yeah.
Because what you don't want to do is miss your cruise.
No, you don't.
And generally speaking,
Mm-hmm.
not always,
Mhm.
but pretty much always,
Mm.
we stay over the night before. We have done it where we've driven down to Southampton from Yorkshire on the day,
On a Sunday,
but we were fairly confident
because it was a Sunday.
and we set off very early. We
On
set
a
off at like 5 in the
Sunday.
morning and got there at like 9:30. So we were there well early. But generally speaking, we stay over there.
Yes.
And as you've said, we've stayed in, if you use Southampton as an example, but also Barcelona, and we'll touch on that shortly.
Mm-hmm.
But we've stayed over in some really fancy ones the night
Yeah.
before, and it's whether that is an extension then of your holiday, and you pay the premium for it, which you could have
Yes.
spent on the cruise,
Mm-hmm.
or whether you have the cheaper ones. So do you want to give some examples of what we've done? Let's start with Southampton to start with, because we've done every extreme there.
In Southampton, yes, we've stayed in. Now, we haven't stayed in the new, is it Voca?
What was the Holiday Inn?
But
we've
stayed in the
Holiday Inn. A couple of
Yes.
times.
Yeah, a few times.
Where would you put that in terms of pricing now?
Well, that's the Voca one's quite high now. It's quite pricey. We stayed at the Harbour Hotel,
which is definitely one of the fancier.
It's definitely
hotels in
fancier.
Southampton. I would struggle to think of a fancier.
It's
one.
beautiful.
It is lovely.
And we've stayed at. Was it not the Ibis, the other one?
No, we stayed at the Ibis.
It the Ibis?
There's the Ibis and the Ibis budget.
We didn't
stay at the budget.
No.
But for context, the Ibis, when we stayed there, I think we paid like £75 for the night. So it wasn't exactly expensive.
No, and then we've stayed at the Holiday Inn at Eastleigh, which is also the gateway hotel to Paultons Park / Peppa Pig World.
Yep. So if you accidentally have stumbled onto the cruise cast thinking you were looking for a Peppa Pig podcast, you've got lucky there, because it's a good place to stay. But that one's about 15-minute drive.
I would say so.
But we got transfers included in that because it were a park and stay one.
And then straight back onto the motor.
But do you want to take us through sort of your preference for them then? Because you listed quite a few there.
Yes, because...
What is it that you prefer So do you prefer a more luxurious pre-cruise stay?
Yes.
I mean, I asked that. That was a very loaded question. I knew what you'd say there.
Yes.
Let me rephrase that. Why do you prefer that? Because I'm bothered.
Which is weird because you are such a princess when it comes to beds.
I am. And normally in hotels I am. But weirdly, for a pre-cruise stay, I just see it as a practical thing of I'm staying in a hotel. I'm going to be up early because I'm excited anyway. I'm probably going to arrive relatively late in the day to start with. So it's somewhere where I sleep for a few hours.
Yeah.
Whereas, do you see it as you prefer to have an extension to your holiday and it's a proper day before getting into it?
Yes. Absolutely. For example, the Bristol one, and I don't think Ambassador are going out as Bristol as much now.
Not as much, no.
But if you are going out of Bristol,
we stayed at the Ramada, which
in a motorway lay-by.
Yes, but it was it was like 10 minutes by taxi to. It was by far the close because Bristol Cruise Port is not near anything.
No.
Apart from the water. So there's not a lot of hotels anywhere near there, and that was by far the closest, which is why we chose there. But it's definitely not what you would.
It was like it's like I've said it before. We were on the run for murder, and we were going off grid, and it
did feel like that.
I had one pillow.
I don't think we had aircon.
There was
warm.
No aircon, and it was like one of the hottest weeks of the year.
Can you remember what we had for tea?
We were on the ground floor.
We were.
So basically,
we had to have the window open because it was melting hot and there was no fan.
And I thought, so then what I did is I built a contraption that if anyone come through the window, it would Home Alone it to me.
I was just about to say, you set up like Home Alone style traps.
Or mousetrap, so they would sustain an injury and I would know to wake up and then...
Is that the mousetrap Lee Evans, Nathan Lane version? Not the
board game?
No, I mean not the musical play that's been on forever in the West End.
It was a way to trap somebody and wake me up.
Now, as it happened, that wasn't a problem, right?
No, but I didn't sleep very well the night before.
No.
They did give us a fan for the room that just went...
That's on. How did it go? That's about right.
It was not a good. It was not good. I'm not even going to say. It was a motel, not a hotel.
It was, yeah. And obviously your choice of food there was what was in the service station. So we had a Kentucky that night.
We did.
KFC.
We did.
Which, to be fair, wasn't that bad. That was the highlight of the stay.
And also one thing that I like to do when I go to the hotel is that if there's a lovely bathroom or something, I just like to have a nice relaxing
pamper.
If we've been in the car or on a plane or something, that was not a bathroom to feel luxurious in.
No, I won't. So let's go to opposite extreme then. Because this is my favourite hotel that we've stayed in pre-stay in the UK.
Go on.
In fact, I've got two. The Harbour Hotel.
Where they thought I was an escort.
Now, I don't know whether that speaks better on you or worse on me.
That was interesting.
The fact that they considered they thought you were a high-class escort.
I don't even know if it was high class.
Well, I like to think it was because it was a fancy place.
It was basically...
Or the only way that you would have been coming on in there with me is if I paid you. So I don't think either of us quite well from this
It was quite a weird kind of...
It was.
Kind of weirdness.
But aside from them...
Can I just talk about it? Because it wasn't the full Julia Roberts, are you here to see your uncle thing?
No, it wasn't.
And escorting me out.
Now, for context to this, so people know why they might have thought that, you'd gone in...
You'd gone to park the car.
Which was right in front. They told us to park there, and then you got out and we unloaded. No, and they said, can you reverse back round?
Can you go and park over there?
So you just went into the lobby.
We were both in the lobby at the same time at one point.
Yeah, and then I went back
and out. Then I moved the car.
Yeah.
So I went to the desk to
check in.
To check in and be polite. And the girl behind the counter looked me up and down. And it's a beautiful hotel. Don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful hotel.
And the staff were really good.
It's just to you. And then she looked me up and down and she went, the room hasn't been paid for. And I went, no, okay, that's no problem. She went, do you have a bank card to pay for it? So I only deal in cash and brown envelopes. And I was like, yes. And she was like, okay. And then you came back in and I got my card out and you went, oh, it all comes out of the same account. It's fine. And I, oh, thank you.
Obviously not knowing any of this.
And I was like, this is like weird. And then we went to the Sky Bar after we got all tidied up again. I came out of the lift. I can't remember what we were doing. Either way, I got to the front of the thing and they were like, who are you? Are you a resident? And I was like, yes.
Now, what that suggests to me is that there may be people who pay for companionship in that hotel. Maybe that has been a problem in the past for them.
Maybe. I don't want to speculate. Maybe it's if you're having some sort of mad affair, that's where you go. I was there with you in a marital sense.
Not that you hold a grudge about this 3 years later or anything. But as a hotel, let's get back to it.
Look, would I rather stay there?
I'm going to say, Ramada, where at no point were you ever accused of being a high-class escort at the Ramada, were you?
Or low class.
Or when you went for the Kentucky, did they ask if you were a resident there?
No, or a guest, or anything. My question, what you're asking is, would I prefer to be considered a high-class escort in a very nice hotel, or
a customer?
Or a customer in a...
/ on the run for murder.
/ on the run for murder.
At the motel.
At the motel. Then I'm going to go Julia Roberts. Oh, sorry, Vivian.
So we went there. They also had on, because I think the time that we went there was around Valentine's week.
There was something that
they had some fancy menus on that weren't normally on. We had a choice of like 7 different menus in the restaurant. And
it was all quite reasonable price as well, because we were there on a Thursday.
I mean, the hotel wasn't reasonable price compared to, say,
no, but the dinner was, because it was midweek.
Yeah. But as a sort of idea for cost perspective, because I can't remember it exactly, but it was a considerable percentage cost of what our total cruise was.
Yes,
so I think
was.
it would have been £300-400 to stay there for that night with the food at least.
I think it was.
And the cruise probably, I don't think we were on a really long cruise.
No, we were
on
getting
that
on
one.
Yacht Club. That's why we said we could. We
did that.
We're going to go fancy. Let's go really fancy.
We did, because I ended up having to get back off because you left your jewellery in the.
It's all my fault. Everything, every time.
We literally boarded the cruise. We were on the ship, and then I had to get back off the ship, go back over to the harbour, and they'd found the stuff in the safe. And then I had to come back in. Fortunately, only like 10-minute round trip drive, so it wasn't far. But do you feel that was... So if you then compare that to other places that we've stayed in Southampton, such as the Holiday Inn or either of the Holiday Inns at the time, or even the Ibis, was that worth that much more as a percentage of your total cruise fare for that experience compared to there? Because ultimately that's what we're talking about here. Is the pre-cruise part of your holiday, and therefore it should be a nice part of the holiday and fancy like whatever you're doing, or is it just a practical?
I feel bad. I think we might need to bleep out the name of the hotel now, because they're not going to be impressed.
Well, it's all true.
I know it's all true. That's the problem.
And I did say the staff are lovely.
And
this is over 3 years ago.
Yes.
But it's not untrue what we've said.
No.
So going back to what I've said, what do you think? Is it worth spending that much more? Because we're going to Barcelona at the time of recording in just a couple of days' time.
We've gone for somewhere in between, I feel.
I was going to say, do you want to explain why we've done what we're doing there then?
So what we're doing now is, because we've been to Barcelona a few times, we appreciate that the hotels, especially when it's F1 weekend, can be very pricey.
Yeah, to be fair, we've never been to Barcelona when it's been F1 weekend before.
No, these are starting to burn. That's not good, is it?
Are you right? There's no redness.
They're quite tacky. Sorry, yes. So we're saying when it's F1 weekend, so the hotel prices were quite pricey.
There was substantially more expensive.
And also, as well as that, we're going with a group of friends, and it could get really, really pricey. But we were trying to see and our flight gets in later, and there were quite a few things that were like, what is the nicest hotel we can stay in for the least amount of money?
It's still a sizable chunk of money.
Still,
nature of that, I think it's still over £250.
Yeah, it's
for the night.
But we found a hotel, and we will report back, that does a pre-cruise package at the airport.
It's near the airport. It's like 5 minutes drive away.
But they pick you up from the airport. They take you to the hotel. Then you get a welcome drink. You get 10% off in the restaurant or the Sky Bar, and the Sky Bar has musical acts, and you can get some tapas and some wine. According
to the weather right now, it's going to be like 28 degrees, so it's pretty perfect for that. We didn't know that when we booked it.
No, and then Nerdylins is going to love it, because I'll be able to watch the planes come in.
You will.
With a drink.
Yeah.
And then there's
some nibbles.
Patatas bravas, padron peppers. I've already looked at the menus.
Some nice little nibbles.
I've already picked. There's anchovies on there, but
we won't have them.
And then in the morning, there's like a sauna, indoor swimming pool. We get breakfast included, late checkout, and then they put on a transfer to take you from the hotel to the cruise port.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
And our thinking behind that was because, as you said, we've been to Barcelona quite a few times cruising out of there. Whenever we've been there, we spend a fortune if we're there more than a day or two before. And I don't mean just like 50 or 60 quid.
Oh, no, it's
hundreds of pounds on top of that, because we end up going out for nice meals. We've got touristy things, and we have lots of drinks. And it's like, that could get very expensive, especially when there's friends out there. And it's like, and also, as you said, because we're getting in late, it kind of checks in. And Virgin, which is who we're going on when we cruise out this time, they have one of the later check-ins of any of the cruise lines.
Yes.
So our boarding time's 2:45, and that's the second session. I think half one's the first one.
Yeah.
And whilst you can drop the bags off at 9, you can't get on. So the fact that we don't have to check out till 12,
no,
we'll get down there, drop his bags off, go for a little wander,
and
for
then
like probably half an hour, see the people who we're meeting with as well, and then we'll get on.
Yeah.
So it'll be really interesting to see how that works out.
Depending on where we're actually getting on the ship at, we can go to that, is it Marina 1 hotel, and maybe get a drink in the bar.
At the side of it.
At the bar or something there.
Is that where we got on Windstar there?
Yes.
Okay.
And just have, just get a little drink by the
marina.
marina.
We say that. F1 weekend.
I want to look at the yachts.
It's not to say we'll better necessarily get in.
I want to look at the yachts.
I'd like to go look at the yachts.
I love to look at the yachts.
We like looking at them when we've been there normally.
Yeah,
and that's not an F1
weekend. Some mega yachts.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm so
we very nearly were staying on a yacht beforehand. But not one of the mega yachts.
But we've talked about this.
We have. But it's a hotel one.
Mm.
But it just wasn't going to work out. We will have to try that at some point. But that would have been good staying on that for the Grand Prix weekend as well.
Mm-hmm.
But we'd have been on like this little tiny thing compared to billionaires ones around, and we'd have had yacht envy.
I wouldn't have had yacht envy.
You won't?
Nah.
But it'd be nice to go people watch and see what's happening. So that'll be a really interesting one to go check out and see one. But I'll be really interested to know what other people do. Is the pre-cruise stay just a practical element to it? Which my gut says that for a lot of people it will be. But let us know in the comments. I would be interested to know whether
I just don't
don't
stay in a motorway lay-by.
No, I like I say, it wasn't my favourite ever hotel, and I do accept that I may have chose poorly for that.
So poorly,
but it was very close.
Yeah, but sometimes close isn't better.
No, we'd have been better off staying 20 minutes further away and having a longer drive in the morning. But that's how it goes for that one. But we've learned. We know for next time. Next time we cruise out of Bristol somewhere, we know where we'll stay and where we won't stay. But if you wanted a cheap, really sort of close location, it ticked a box.
It did tick a box, but let's not make it a box ticking thing. Let's just make it a nice thing that we like to do before.
Well, this will be interesting to see where this one for Barcelona sits in that box ticking bit, because you found this. So it's your fault if it's bad. But it seems a really high-rated hotel. We just, generally speaking, don't stay near airports.
The rooms look double the size of if you're staying in the city or anything.
And it looks really nice.
It looks really nice.
The reviews were great.
Yes.
So we will definitely report back on it and let people know.
Yeah.
I
feel bad
What do you feel bad for?
Because of my Lady of the Night story.
Yeah, but it's an absolutely true story.
I know it is, but I guess it goes on in a lot of hotels.
I'm absolutely... Well...
Let's not talk about it now.
I was going to say, one of our friends who did work in a hotel has told us...
That all sorts
of stories. That was in London, though, not Southampton.
Yeah,
but we won't share his stories. That's
not
our story at all.
And then really, one of the best ways to go if you're a guy.
Or anyone. Go happy.
Go happy.
Let's go on to some cruise news
stories.
Thank
God. I just
you seem to be digging yourself a deeper hole by the second.
I was in it up to my neck.
I know, because you keep looking down, playing with your little strap on your dress. You can relax from the dress.
I'm not relaxed. I should have had a drink. Sometimes I just am my own worst enemy.
Well, this is why Late Night Lindsay were here last week.
Oh, she's so much. She
don't give a monkeys. She'd have gone into more detail on that one. So I have some cruise news. I'm going to start off with Santorini.
Ooh,
somewhere where we keep trying to go to.
And Santorini says no.
Well, it's going to say no more.
Oh.
So we've been on, I think, 3 cruises, and all 3 of them are one cancelled before we even set off and 2 cancelled while we're on it. Because it's notoriously tricky to get into because it only has so much capacity.
And if the
weather's bad,
it
can't get in. So they've just changed it in terms of how cruise passengers are going to reach the island. And this isn't necessarily for the better.
Okay.
So they've just approved a new rule which requires more cruise passengers to come ashore through Fira Bay, which that'll change. Fira.
Fira.
So the change will lead to longer waits on busy cruise days for definite, because it's part of a broader effort, because there's more than 1.2 million cruise guests go there every year. So it's a popular place. But under the new policy, 70% of all passengers from a ship, so not 70% of ships, 70% of passengers from each ship must disembark at, I think it's called Ormos Fearon, but it's known as Fira.
I'm going to have to wash these off as soon as this is finished. It's making my eyes water now.
Well, you haven't got that long to keep up with. So 30% of them may still arrive through Athenos Bay. So Athenos Bay is the way to avoid the crowded cable car system.
Athenos, I would
guess. Because the cable car system, you can queue for hours to get through that. But they're now making people go through that going forward. So there's going to be more long lines are going to be even more common.
I wonder
if there's multiple ships in there.
I wonder if that brings you more towards the ancient sites going in that way as well.
Well, it's going through the cable car is going to be the way that you reach the island's more popular areas now going forward.
Okay.
But it's always been an avenue that people like to go that way because it's a cable car.
Yeah.
But it's also very slow by comparison.
No, and not everybody's
that's the route that they're now sending people.
Not everybody's a cable car person.
No, well, now if you go to Santorini, I expect that's the way you're going in, at least for 70% of people.
Wow.
So if you have an issue with cable cars, maybe speak to the cruise line and see if you can be one of the 30% if it's an option to go the other one. Cruise news story 2. This I'm quite interested in when I read this.
Right.
So cruise guests now face a €60 fine for taking food from the buffet in the restaurants.
To where?
Anywhere.
Anywhere off ship?
No, on ship, out of those areas. So Costa Cruises, we've taken stuff out ourselves from the buffet, and then when we're sat by the pool for the day, and you have some
we've
nipples
done it,
out
and
there.
I've done it on the balcony.
We've taken it from down to the balcony.
Like
we've got
chips.
breakfast, especially on disembarkation day. I've gone up, got something, taken it down.
Wow.
And not there. So Costa has implemented an unusual rule. As far as I can see, they're the only cruise line that's done this. I'm not aware of anyone else. So if you are aware, let me know in the comments because I couldn't find anyone. So you are now not allowed to remove food from any buffet or onboard restaurant outside of the designated area to eat in for that. If guests break it, they're going to be hit with a €60 or $70 fee.
Wow.
Which they're classing as a cleaning fee.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, for the tray. Well, you don't have a tray normally, do you? You just
have a plate.
Yeah.
Room service is still available.
Right.
But meals must be delivered and retrieved by trained crew, not by yourself. They're saying it's for the reasons of health and hygiene.
I guess if people spill things or
But I'm not sure about that at all. I've never seen it as a problem on the cruise lines that we're back. We've seen it where people have left plates outside, but that could have been from room service that they've had delivered.
I mean, if you've got a young family, they always pick up a banana or something for the kids for later on in the day.
A lot of cruise lines have the things for you to take out. It's a pick up and go one. That's very common.
Yeah.
Including on the ship we're going on in a few days. It has a pick up and go.
Yeah.
Talking of which, cruise story number 3. Because we're just about to go on it.
Yeah.
But Valiant Lady has just returned from its major dry dock.
Yes.
So it was a 2-week stint they had in there.
But they did a lot.
But the amount that they did in there is pretty staggering. I can't think of a dry dock on any ship that's had more done in a shorter period. I know ones that have been in there for 6 or 8 weeks, and QF2 is going in there next year.
Yeah.
For a major one for about 6 weeks. But this did it in 2 weeks, which is incredible. So much more than a touch-up. They're putting a load of brand new features, including changes to the athletic deck on deck 16.
Yeah.
Where they put new day beds and new upgraded lounge seats and shaded areas, which there was always complaints there weren't enough shaded areas up there. The central hub, the roundabout, has had a major facelift as well. And they've changed the bar at the bottom on the rocks.
Yes.
To open that up a lot more. Because again, when that came out, you have to bear in mind, this ship's only 5 years old.
It's not old, no.
I think it's probably technically 6 years old, but it didn't start sailing until 2021. No. And they've also put in on the dock at the back, which I hadn't seen yet.
Yeah.
I don't know if you had, a new windscreen and a new stage set up.
Oh.
So to make it more practical in all different weather conditions.
Nice.
So I'm guessing they've probably done that on Brilliant.
Yeah.
But I don't ever recall seeing that. I don't recall anyone talking about it. Then in the manor, they've opened up to create more space in there, so when you're through in the back, what was almost a separate bar area.
Yeah, it did feel like
you
that.
can still see the stage, because the downstairs stair bit, when it's a popular show,
yes,
can be quite crowded.
Yes.
And then they've also transformed the grounds club near the galley in an evening to a full-on cocktail bar from late afternoon and early evening.
Oh, nice.
And again, I don't think I've seen any pictures of that yet.
No.
Only the stuff that was coming out before it. Also, a load of new entertainment stuff. The Red Room, they put on something called Sports Smarts, which is a sports trivia thing, but also you tested on physical fitness during it.
Oh, no.
So I think that'll be a fun thing to watch.
Yes.
Less to take part in.
Yes.
They have taken on some of the late night Lindsay inspiration.
Okay.
And done something called Dirty Laundry.
Okay. You don't need to tell me all these things because I need to wash my face.
I'll just tell this one very, very quickly.
Oh,
There's just
on.
2 ones. So that's one where strangers become teammates and they have confessions within it. So that could be quite funny in like the marriage game type thing, but not in that one.
Yeah.
And then the final one that I'll just talk about for now, because obviously we're really excited about it, is the final introduction of Aria, which is the first Indian restaurant
for Virgin.
On Virgin.
Yes.
And we'll be testing all that in less than a week.
We certainly will. We certainly will.
But that brings us to the end of this. So I'm very aware that you want to take your transfers off now.
I do. They aren't.
They don't look to be burning.
No, they feel weird. They're making my hands
drying.
feel weird. Yeah, it's very tight across my face. I'm not loving it. I'm going to have to go take them off.
So you're saying that you might not be wearing them on Virgin?
No, you can wear them.
Oh, well.
You can wear them.
We've got another 5 packs of it, so we'll take them and other people can wear them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. I'll do that.
Well, that brings us to the end of the episode.
Well, cheers, darling.
Cheers, Lens.
Thank you for watching and have a lovely day or listening.
Take it slow. Suave. Yeah. I'm standing at the starting line. The sun is coming up. I've got this urge to run ahead and quickly fill my cup. The world is spinning fast today. It's pulling at my sleeve, telling me to grab it all before it's time to leave. I hear the sirens singing out, they want it all right now. But I'm just trying to keep my feet up on the ground somehow. Respiro profundo, me quedo aquí, sintiendo el ritmo que vive en mí. Poco a poco. Oh, there's a beauty in the sweet anticipation. Don't need a rush to reach the final destination. Let the fire build, let the story grow. You don't wanna peek before you really get to go. Take it easy, let the good things last. The future's coming, but there's no need to go so fast. Veo a la gente corriendo sin ver, quemando el tiempo hasta el atardecer. It's tempting just to follow them and jump right in the deep, but I've got promises to myself I'm trying hard to keep. Quiero sentir la magia al llegar and leave a little something on the center of the place. So I take a breath and I hold my ground, listen to the rhythm of a slower sound. Vámonos. There's a beauty in the sweet anticipation. Don't need a rush to reach the final destination. Let the fire build, let the story grow. You don't wanna peek before you really get to go. Take it easy, let the good things last. The future's coming, but there's no need to go so fast. It's not about missing out, it's not about holding back. No es perder el tiempo, no es mirar atrás. Savoring the morning, so you still want the night. Manteniendo el paso, exactly right. to go. Take it easy, let the good things last. The future's coming, but there's no need to go so fast. Yeah, there's a beauty in the sweet anticipation.